All right, so these are supposed to be shooting between. It's loud as fuck. God dang.
Man, what the hell shut up, bug. All right, guys, welcome back to TriFecta Airsoft. I got Chris here and I got JP. Today we're doing a dual review on the amazing Warsport LVOA-C by Krytac. We got both boxes here on the table. Give them a little shout there. Oh yeah.
Nice ass Krytac box right there.
And since we both got the -C or the longer version of the LVOA, we wanted to go ahead and do a joint review for you guys. Because Chris got the Battleship Gray, I got the Foliage Green. So we'll give you guys an idea of the color difference, and of course, performance-wise, we'll get a good benchmark for one gun compared to the other for consistency across the whole weapon chain.
So we've been looking at these guns for a while, guys. We got these for like $360 on sale. So we went ahead and picked them up. We've been looking at them for a long time. Freaking amazing looking guns. So we're gonna show you guys what we get in the box here.
So first off, basic 300 round high cap. Got the little reel. It's a heavy mag. It's metal, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, so it also comes with this little charging handle, I guess you would call it, or winding thing for the mag. You stick it in this little hole in the mag here. Just get it to fit in there, just like that. And it helps you wind it easier. You get that really easy wind on there instead of using the crappy wheel that you always get on the bottom of here. So that's a really nice addition.
And then you also have your typical iron sights. You got your front and your rear iron sights here. I didn't even take them out of the bag yet there because I'm going to put a better optic on there than just iron sights. But full metal.
Yeah. These are the standard iron sights that I come with.
Yep. So they're
nice. Put them on the gun here in a second. Show you what it looks like. So here is the LVOA. This is the Combat Gray, not Battleship Gray.
Oh, it's Combat Gray?
It's probably the same color. This is what they call it, Combat Gray. Awesome looking gun. That compensator on there. That Warsport on the front.
Is the Foliage Green. Oh yeah. So great for outdoor use. I mean, this will definitely help blend. And then also that compensator as well. Obviously these came with orange tips. These are the compensators that come in the box. So we put these on, these came in the box. So you'll see that in a separate package if you were to purchase one of these.
Yeah, so comes with the compensator. Also it comes with this short rail section, this 7-slot rail section here. It comes with one of those and you mount it anywhere on here.
Yep.
And also it comes with your fake gas rod or gas tube and gas block, your manual, and you get an awesome looking sticker in there too with the purchase of these Krytacs.
Yep. So really cool addition for sure.
Yeah.
And then on these, since they are the LVOA, so they have their own rail system. So as you can see, I got one of the rails that came with, actually the only rail that came with the gun in the box. So I have that thrown down here, just kind of playing with it. But it has its own rail system. So e-Vike has their rails that you can purchase outright to throw on these. They have, I think, 2 different sizes for shorter or longer rails for any type of accessory.
Yeah, you can either buy the 7-slot, which is the one that it came with, comes with one. And then you can also buy a 12-slot, so a little bit longer rail section. They're kind of expensive though. It's like almost $20 for a 12-slot.
Yeah, it's like 17 or 18 bucks for yeah.
So these rail, the LVOA is not M-Lock, it's not key mod or any of that. It's its own proprietary system, which has little threaded holes in the handguard to where you screw in the specific screws for your rails. So it's an interesting system. And this is, again, from Warsport Industries. Warsport Industries is based in North Carolina. They started back in like 2007. And unfortunately, they're out of business now. They got bought out by another company. So the new company that bought them, I can't remember their name, but they said they don't plan on stopping making these things. You know, the reason they bought Warsport Industries is because they were one of the leaders in manufacturing barrels and things, and they had amazing equipment. So I don't think these things are going away. They just changed companies. So also, the upper and lower receiver are full metal alloy, and they are also licensed by Warsport Industries. So these are Krytac guns, and they are manufactured in Taiwan. All right, they're not actually made by Warsport. They're just licensed.
Right. And then obviously you have your metal charging handle here, and an activated dust cover here. actually pops it right back in. Christian thought his was broke at first.
Yeah.
He was like, man, what the heck, man, I can't get this to go back on. And it actually has
working bolt release.
That working bolt release there. So that's a pretty cool addition, gives it that authentic feel. Standard, semi-auto safe, and it is ambidextrous. So you have that on both sides there. And like he was saying, it is licensed, so we have the War Sport stamp there. And then we also have LVOA on this side right here, the side of the magwell, which is pretty cool.
So your pistol grip is a Defiance pistol grip. That is, these are made by Krytac USA, who make the real vectors and also the Krytac vectors, obviously. So Defiance is just their brand of furniture that they put on a lot of their guns. It's cheap and it's actually really nice furniture, so you can't go wrong with these. It has your little, very small finger grooves in there, so that's awesome. You also have your ambidextrous sling plate on the back here, left or right side, whatever you want to run. Does not have anything in the front. You can, get the ones that mount on rails and stuff if you did want to have that one in the front. Because this is a pretty long gun. I mean, hanging off a 1-point sling would be pretty damn long. So
yeah, and if you have the stock extended, it's like more than half of my height. Of course, the S version, a lot of people are using those for CQB type scenarios because the FPS on this, the RPS on this is actually quite high from what they say. We'll get that for you here soon. But ultimately, this thing is going to be a beast, not only long range, but short range from what they're saying, and we'll find that out soon.
Yes, also your trigger on here is that flat competition style trigger, really nice trigger. And then your gearbox is a slightly upgraded gearbox. Krytac doesn't make anything shitty, you know that. Yep. So you get an integrated MOSFET inside the gearbox with that electronic trigger system. And you also get a quick change spring system. And you have a window on the gearbox on the left side that's a cutout, so you can easily apply grease without having to take the entire gearbox apart, which is awesome.
Yep. And the gearbox itself has a specific angle to it. It's not like many other gearboxes where it basically absorbs the shock with higher voltage batteries. So that way it's not going to crack as easily as your standard version 2 gearbox. So it's slightly upgraded in that aspect as well, and a little bit of a different design, which is good because when you're paying this kind of money for a gun, you obviously want to have things that are going to make it worth that extra money. So they did go the extra mile with a lot of the internals on this weapon to really allow that price point to be justified. And it really is so far a beast of a gun from what we've heard and from what we've seen. And then you got your traditional crane stock as well. I mean, this is a very basic layout, but it's really sturdy. It doesn't wobble anything. Has a very good but easy way to get this butt plate off. And you got plenty of space back there for any type of batteries. Obviously, 11-1s are going to be good. That's what we're going to be testing out today, as well as 7.4s and 9.6s for you. We're going to give you an all-around review since this gun is just such a monster.
So it's recommended a 9.6, but I like lipos a lot more, so we're either going to hit a 7.4 and 11.1. But we are going to test all three on the chrono to see what those fire rates are with all three batteries. Gun is also just right at 36 inches, fully extended with that stock, and just at 5.5 pounds unloaded. So really not heavy at all. All right, so these are supposed to be shooting between 390 and 410 FPS. So we're going to go ahead and take them to the chrono for you guys and see what's up.
So we got the War Sport here. We're going to do we're running a 7.4 with 0.2s. Let me get that FPS for you. And we'll get that fire rate for you now with the 9.6. Still running 0.2s. The speed test with the 11.1. Let's hope it can beat out that 9.6. Handle's a little hot. All right, guys. So I got the War Sport here. This is mine, the foliage green here. Running 11.1. We're just gonna do accuracy though, so the 11.1 really doesn't matter a whole lot on that. So we'll see what we got.
All right, guys, we got our good old paint targets back there. We're gonna go ahead and light them up with these drum mags. Dude.
Guys, so as you can see, these things are monsters. They're packing a punch right out of the box. You have what, 23 rounds a second, 22 rounds a second with an 11.1, yep. About 20 rounds a second with a 9.6, and about 13 or so with a 7.4. And then actual FPS right in the middle, if not on the upper end of their range from the 390 to 410. It was just about at the 400 to the 410 range. So really, really solid shooting gun right out of the box.
Yeah, it'll probably, once the spring settles, once we break them in, it'll probably go down to that 400, 390 mark. That's perfectly okay for me. You know, if you want to throw another spring in there to, you know, run a DMR, this is definitely the platform for it. We went ahead and threw the iron sights on this one so you can see what it looks like with the irons on there. It looks pretty dope. But I know most of you guys probably put optics on there. I put optics on there. So I'll be using these, but it does look cool with them.
And overall, we are incredibly satisfied with this. We can't wait to take them onto the field. But as always, guys, we appreciate your time, and you guys go out there and get them.